Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese and welcome back to the Minecraft 2025 Let's Play Adventure, where today we have a little bit to work on. Alright, first things first, let's address this sign over here. We got a big update about the toidles down there. We're gonna get to that in a minute, but first things first, fix Wither Skull spawning. I guess we kinda did that. We found a new place to get them, so I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to... Oh, I hit tab. It shouldn't that have... What is happening? There we go. It's enter is what you want to hit. Tab highlights the done button. What am I doing? It's like I've never played Minecraft before. We want to build... Heaven help me. We want to build tower... outpost. So this is going to go on the mountain that we have been calling Mount Vassalgen. But, you know, we're trying to rethink the way that we use names in the overworld. That's why we have these signs in here now. So for now, it's just going to be the tower outpost. And also... I know I already talked about this in a previous video, but shout out to Jack, our latest channel member, and all of our other wonderful channel members and Patreon supporters. Thank you for your continued support. Other thing I wanted to talk about was after recording the previous episode, I actually stuck around the Nether Fortress because I had trouble sleeping, and rather than just go lay in bed and stare at the back of my eyelids, I got some more Wither Skulls. So we got 7 of them now. We already had 1 here. Somehow... I don't know how, I don't remember that happening, but then we got 6, so we're well on our way to building our next beacon, which is going to be a full and complete beacon over at the Yates Estates, which we're going to be building a tunnel for underground, so that we can build it underground and have it shine up through the house or wherever it ends up going. Actually, looking at how all of this lines up with where our beacon is, not that we can see it, and by the way, I did take some steps to try to fix that, but based on where the beacon is... It might actually come up in the front, which would be perfect, because we are going to try to trigger a raid there. I don't know a lot about raids other than that they exist and they seem fun. And also, final thing I got to say before we get into the meat of today's episode, I upgraded to the latest version of NeoForge on the server and the client. I installed... at long last, Jade on the server as well as the client, which means that now we can get information like how long the mushrooms need. Well, this is a poor example because they're ready to breed right now, but normally it would show us how long. I already tested this and made sure. And it should also give us information about crop growth percentages, because I believe those were missing as well at one point, unless I'm misremembering, but I kind of feel like I need to prove... Like, I need to prove that the breeding bit is working. I know that you folks trust me, right? You folks, you're not questioning. You don't think I'd lie to you about this, do you? Surely not. But yes, I updated the server's NeoForge version as well as my clients. I installed Jade on both. And then the other thing that I tried was I actually updated the version of our... What is it called? Complementary Reimagined... Whatever our shaders are called. I believe that's what they're called. They're labeled in the description of the video, I'm pretty sure. You can see there now that we do have breeding times, though, so I wasn't lying. And also, I don't understand why sometimes this is a challenge and sometimes it isn't. Like, sometimes this works really well, and other times, I'll come back later. I'll do this again later, it's fine. But yeah, none of that seemed to fix the beacons, none of those updates. Also, I didn't quite get the settings exactly the same with the updated shaders. So as you can tell, the basement looks a little bit different. I'm gonna have to load up the old shaders, go through the settings, and then try to, like, actually duplicate them, because I got very used to the specific, particular look that we had dialed in, and I can tell that it's just subtly different. Oh! One final note before we start with this video is you'll notice that I have now locked in the frame rate at 60 FPS. I've limited it because the GPU was constantly being maxed out, which wasn't really a problem, but it was for no reason. Even for me, like, you folks are only ever seeing 60 FPS because that's how I capture, but even for me sitting in front of the screen, you know, the difference between 60 and 75 is just not enough to warrant having the thing blasting hot air in here all the time, which... it is still doing, and we're still drawing like 400 watts right now. But it's better than it was. And with that in mind, I think we can pretty safely go into our settings, if I can remember where they were, and disable the FPS. What did Advanced do? I forgot what Advanced did. Oh, it showed, like, all kinds of nonsense. Broken... Oh, GPU and memory still on. It showed, like, broken minimum and maximum FPS values that didn't actually work. Metrics. Off. Wonderful. Now, what have I learned recently about turtles? Well, it turns out turtle eggs will only hatch when placed on sand. So we've got to go change the whole setup. Fortunately, we can still use hoppers, and we learned this trick previously. I don't know if it's come up in another video. It has! What did we build with this design? Oh, the sheep! Right, a hopper in a minecart will push into the sand and allow us to pass items through it, so it should still work. My only concern is that sand has gravity effect on it, so I don't know about placing that on top of a cart. It might fall through. We're going to have to test and find out. We might have to rig it with a sign and then push the... Like, I just came up with that idea. Right now, while I'm talking to you, it just occurred to me that we might be able to rig it up somehow using a sign. Because we can use the sign to hold the sand up. Maybe you can do that. Or a ladder. And then we can press the cart in there. Look, there's no point speculating. We're not going to know until we go and try it. But I'm still pretty determined to get this system operational. So come hell or high water, I'm going to figure something out. And I don't really know what the weather has to do with that, or why I mentioned the weather, as if either of those things would play a role in this situation. They very clearly would not. They wouldn't come up at all. Trapdoor might work too. Trapdoor... do we have like a regular sign right in front of me that I'm just not seeing? We got a ladder there. Maybe we don't have a regular sign. That's possible. We can make one. I just feel like there probably is one, and I'm looking right at it, and I'm just not seeing it, or it's not in there. It's one of those two things. Those are really the only two options. Let's go figure this out together. So first things first, we need to make sure we have Silky selected. Do not step on the eggs, because that can break them. Don't worry, they didn't go anywhere. They're still inside of here. And now might be a good opportunity to actually sink this thing a little bit lower to the ground. Maybe even put it, like, in the ground. And if we're going to do that, we're also going to move it back one. We don't have any turtles in here, do we? I got another turtle. Oh, well, that was in a video. You all watched me get the turtle out of there using a, That was in the video, wasn't it? Now I'm confused. I don't remember. You folks watched me do that, where I got the turtle out. Oh, that can face upright. Hopefully it still works. We got the turtle out of there using a fishing pole is what I'm trying to say here. Let's make sure this thing still works. Yes, indeed. Cool. I like that it's facing up. That's fun. Opening up the barrel, reaching down in there. Good times all around. Now, on top of that, we did not get tracks. Well, I'll tell you what. Can we place this thing down anyway? No, of course we can't. Why would we be able to do that? You goofy goober. Surely you can appreciate how that would make this too simple and easy. Can't have things be simple and easy. You ever notice how the train track is almost exactly the ladder texture, but with metal rails instead? Is it actually that exactly? Maybe a pinch darker? Kind of seems that way. Maybe that's just like a known Minecraft fact, and I'm the first person to, or the last person, I should say, to know that. Do we have any other... We have sand blocks. Okay. Alright. I was worried that wouldn't work. But if I throw something up there, will it go through? Yes, indeed. Nice. Okay, we're getting somewhere with this. So now we need to put the trapdoors up top there. Immediately we've cooked it. I've immediately cooked it. Hold on. Can we stick one on... Jeez. There we... This is going to be fun. Oh, you know what? Quickest and easiest thing we can do? That. Yes! There we go! Brilliant! Genius, genius, genius! We just break that there, and of course it's going to fall through, because that's how it's designed to operate. Alright, now that's admittedly awful looking. You know, that is a mess. Should we sink it in the ground so it's not so obvious? Or should we get more trapdoors? Let's put the eggs in there, first off. And don't the eggs progress more towards hatching at night, or is that just my imagination? I can't remember. Unfortunately, we're not going to get any kind of percentage on when they'll hatch. We just have to, like, wait and be patient and hope for the best. Every rose has its thorns. Like every cowboy sings a sad song. Every rose has its thorns. All right, let's see. Oh, let's see how this looks. Right, if we encapsulate the entire thing like this, is that going to look silly, or is that going to look kind of cool and interesting? Is it going to be a conversation starter? Oh, that's fun. That's really fun, isn't it? Oh, well, that's not at all what I meant to have happen. There we go. Honestly, maybe I don't like it. But at the same time, we'll see. You know what I'm saying, Jenko? We're going to see. What do you think, Ash? How do you feel about the subject? I think it's worth being just patient. Also, there's some new things in the desert that new plants of some kind we can go find. Might spruce up McJackrabbit's palace here. Oh, those are the allays. I got confused about what I was looking at. Yeah, I found one of them. I still haven't found the other one, but we will. That's the thing with the allays. Did you see for like a second there? You guys saw that too, right? That was weird. How for like a second there we've got them. In case you were wondering, it's not the shaders, obviously. Because you can turn them off. It's still not quite working. And I don't know why. And you've seen, it's not that they don't work. It's that they work to a point. And then they just stop working. For some reason. Wow. This looks weird, doesn't it? I mean, it looks like Minecraft. It could also be Distant Horizons. I don't know. I'll have to check on updates for that. We can also turn it off, though. You want to have a moment where you just kind of, go back. Enable rendering false. Now, it's still running on the server, so that could be the problem. Yeah. This is what it looks like, folks. This is what Minecraft normally looks like. Doesn't look bad, but, like, it does actually truly look like we are in the middle of an ocean. A true, honest-to-goodness ocean that just stretches on and on for infinity in that direction. Who knows what mysteries await us over there? But okay, let's stop playing this game. I think at this point, this is what it looks like, right? Complimentary Imagined, we're on 5.5.1 is the version we updated to. And this is the version of Minecraft that we play now. This is the experience that we have. With Minecraft basically getting its own flavor of shaders in the future, both Bedrock and Vanilla. I wouldn't mind if they also came out with an LOD, right? I mean, just buy Distant Horizons. Minecraft has purchased outright like mods before. Notch did it. I don't know if Mojang's done it since Notch left the company, but I know of a couple of things. Sometimes they would just get assistance from the developer, like horses. I know that Jeb actually talked to, was it Dr. Zark, who had Mo Creatures, and implemented horses with sort of his either guidance or assistance or suggestions. Come on, folks. How do we not have these beautiful LODs in the game already? And it feels weird calling them LODs. Like, LOD stands for level of detail. That's not an object, right? These aren't LODs. But that's what I'm so used to calling these sort of low-detail, Distant Horizons approximations of the world. Like, oh yeah, those are the LODs. Those are the LODs. Listen, thank you folks for tuning into this one. I know it's been on the shorter side, but I feel like the content was substantive, and that makes up for it, because we finally got that sorted out, and hopefully soon we'll actually hatch some little eggs and collect some scoots. Till next time, thank y'all for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Goodbye!